What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're almost done with the Warrior. It's got a few things to address yet. Obviously, got the Bluetooth chain on there. We need to get the hardwire chain. Gotta address my vent tube a little bit and get that tied up out of place. The majority of everything is in. Motor's in, it's broke in, it's running. Kind of give you a quick rundown of what I actually did to it, what the motor setup is. It's not like a full exact detailed spec, but it's the general idea. But it was running, I don't know, a few hours ago. I just been kind of making sure everything is together right. I've been paranoid, I'm not gonna lie. It's my first motor rebuild, so I've had a lot of anxiety with it. You know, did I screw it up? Obviously, I haven't rode it to really actually break it in and actually get miles on it and some hours in it, and even do my first oil change. Obviously, still have a chance to find out I did something wrong if it breaks or something catastrophic. Hopefully, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, but we'll find out. But for right now, it runs, it's happy, sounds good. That's going to be still a little loud because of the cam profile and the new pack springs. There we go. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to put this up on the stand, maybe get a little closer look at the motor. Not a whole lot to show because it's just a standard air-cooled 350. All right, so obviously got it up on the old Harbor Freight stand. And if you haven't picked up one of those hydraulic stands, you really should. It works awesome for getting under a machine, getting it up off the ground so you don't have to constantly be sitting down or bent over. It works great for us older guys. But yeah, so I guess let's get into the motor build, just kind of the general idea. So it's a fully rebuilt bottom end. I did all the transmission bearings, crankshaft bearings, a brand new OEM. Everything was OEM bearings. I had the crankshaft rebuilt by Mr. Crankshaft. Trying to think. I checked over all my transmission gears. Everything looked good. I did end up going with or swapping out the shift forks. They were still in good shape. They had some semi-questionable wear. I wasn't 100%, so I swapped them out with a different set that I had that looked in perfect shape. So just for peace of mind, again, I haven't obviously drove it or anything, but I know it shifts into first and second just fine. I did that while I was sitting here without the chain on, but outside of that, I do have a driveline 8-puck Banshee clutch in here. That's new to me, so I'm going to be testing that out. I do have to adjust the clutch cable. The top end is a DRW port special. He did all the port work on it, spec'd out the cam, got that set up, gapped the rings for it, got everything set up as far as the top end, and then shipped it off to me, and it was just my job to obviously put it together. So Weston cooked up a motor for me, or a top end I should say, based off of what I wanted. I also did tell him I wanted to stay with pump gas, and I didn't want to, you know, that obviously not being super high compression, and then I wanted something that was a reliable motor. We did stock Yamaha valves. We didn't go with the +1+1 setup, just OEM Yamaha valves. We're using pack springs, heavy duty pack springs. Weston's had really good luck with them, holding the RPMs that he runs in Wally and some of the other builds, and they definitely take care of the different cam profiles that he runs across the different options that he's got spec'd out, and he's got quite a few. For the port work, I'll maybe try to splice in some video here. But for the port work, he did a full port, and I guess not a full polish on the exhaust side, but as people say, a port and polish on it. Weston did add some weld behind the valve guides and reshaped the chamber. He does that, or he did that on mine, because it improves the airflow. It adds air volume to it, and it improves the flow. He does flow bench these. Or he has flow bench these, so he has a good understanding of what cylinder heads on the Yamaha Warrior run, and other cylinder heads that he's flow benched, but we're talking about this. Like a stock flowing Yamaha head, OEM Yamaha head, it flows as low as 174 CFM of airflow, and it spikes up to 204. It doesn't maintain it, but it spikes. You've seen numbers up to 204 CFM on a stock flowing head. This one should be flowing right around that 250, 252, somewhere in there is what he said this one flowed at. Reshaping the intake with that added weld, he said he's gained about 15 CFM just doing that, just changing the shape of it and getting that more volume to it. The exhaust with the port on that and the cleanup, he tried to get it so it balances out the CFM, you know, the intake and the exhaust side, getting close numbers so it's working as efficiently as possible. You can see it is obviously black, not aluminum, not raw. So that is Cerakote. This one's for high temp, and it's supposed to be a heat wicking, so it's supposed to help pull heat out of the aluminum out of the motor, and in this case out of the head. He said he's had really good luck with that on temperature drops that he's seen. As far as the piston goes, it's a JE piston. It's 10.5 to 1, and I'm running a Tusk gasket kit. Weston's had good luck with those. He recommended that versus going with the OEM. It is a little bit taller, I believe it was, some of the gaskets, so he actually said with that JE piston at that 10.5, it should be closer to 11 or 11.2 to 1, something like that, I believe. As far as the cam, it's a web cam. It's not your standard 390 web cam. It's similar to that, but it's got a higher lift. It's a 440 lift, and he said the reason for that, he likes this one. When I was telling him what I wanted for power and how to maintain it and where I wanted that power band to be and what I wanted for like throttle response, I wanted that snappy throttle response, especially in that mid-range, mid and upper RPM range. I wanted to really wake up and really get the power down, and so he went with that 440 lift on it. He said the design of the ramp angle helps the cam open and close faster, a lot faster than the stock one. And he said on his dyno, this cam, which he's called the XC cam, versus a stock Web 390 cam, I shouldn't say their stock cam, but their base 390 cam, he's seen a 6 horsepower difference just between the two cams, with everything else being the same. So the motor apparently really likes this. He's ran this cam, his brother's XC build, they call it Goldie. It's running a different cam now, but he's run that in race and obviously dynoed it, and he's seen some great numbers with this cam. As far as actual numbers, I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll get this on a dyno. I would like to, so I have an actual known number of what this thing puts down. So it'd be cool. But I wasn't chasing numbers, but as far as Weston has for actual power on the dyno, similar built motor, 366, 10.5 to 1 JE piston. It had a right bend exhaust, a stock exhaust, or a stock side exhaust. I believe it was a Barker's exhaust, but a right side bend, not a lefty like mine. Mine's custom, obviously. Same FCR carb, the same cam, same top end, basically similar port job. He had that on a dyno, and it put down 45 horse and right around 35 foot-pounds of torque. And he said it was just a beautiful, like, linear torque curve, and that's what I was looking for. But yeah, so if that's the case, even if I'm, if I'm upper 30s in that 40 area, I'll be tickled pink, because I was running a tired, worn out 350. This now being a 366 should add a little bit of torque, but not much, just because it's just a little bit larger. It's not a huge increase in displacement, but yeah, it should be a happy motor. It should be a lot more fun, especially being able to power out of corners, and especially at the dunes when that sand is really robbing the power. Yeah, that's where we're at with this. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. I'm sure I did. I usually do. Still got a few things to address. I need to obviously get the chain on. I got to adjust my clutch, like I said. I got to get rotor guard. I'm going to try an aluminum one where it actually integrates the brake stay and the rotor guard into it. I got to get a new DRW sprocket guard. I do need to upgrade my oil cooler, because I'm still running the same oil cooler I have for the last 2 years, and it works. It's more like a canister style instead of a core style, or a plate and fin style, I should say. So I got to update that, obviously. I do need to get my stator cover, that plastic cover, cleaned up and painted, and then put back in place. Air scoops installed. Still need to do that. Outside of that, do want to get 450R spindles and brakes. That'll be a nice upgrade, a little bit of geometry change. It'll help improve the steering a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, we just need to break it in, actually ride it. So hopefully this give you a little insight. I got more in the pipeline, more in the works. Got a blaster project that I need to finish off. We got the motor pulled on that, me and Jackson. Still got to finish up the wiring issue with my daughter's, the 125, the Tau. Still need to find some A-arms, or get some A-arms lined up for the wife's Kimco. And the yellow and white blaster is on the shelf.